Young Rogers TV.
Hello and welcome to What's Up London. I'm your host, Melissa Maloney. I hope everyone had an incredible summer. We are ready to start off the new season with a great lineup of guests today. Our first guests today are dedicated to raising awareness and support for those living with kidney disease. They're here to tell us all about the London Kidney Walk happening on Sunday, September 21st at Gibbons Park, and how this community event brings together patients, families, donors, and caregivers. We're joined by Sarah Bongers, a leadership volunteer who will share her personal journey, and Carl Cadogan, Senior Regional Manager for the Kidney Foundation. Welcome to the show.
Hi, thank you.
So great to have you both.
Thank you. Great to be here.
So Carl, can you maybe start us off with a little bit about the Kidney Foundation and for those of us who maybe aren't as familiar with it?
Well, the Kidney Foundation has been around, last year we celebrated 60 years.
Wow.
So we've been around for 60 plus years. And we provide support to people living with kidney disease.
Okay.
And that support takes many forms. We raise funds to support people who need support in education. We provide a wide range of education materials.
Okay.
We provide peer support, which is sort of folks who are going through their journey connect to each other. A lot of it is done virtually now, but it used to be more in person, but it's virtual. It's right across the country.
Okay.
And it's very important to connect people so that people don't feel like they're going through this alone. We also provide support and funds to research, sort of world-class kidney research. A lot of it is done in London.
Okay.
London probably receives the largest percentage of research dollars in the country. And so that's part of why we do the work that we do, really to support patients through their journey.
Okay, so which is a perfect segue. You set me up wonderfully there. So Sarah, for yourself, this was a personal journey for you. So do you want to maybe talk about how you engaged with the Kidney Foundation or whatever parts of your journey you want to share?
For sure. So I recently celebrated 10 years as a kidney transplant recipient.
Okay.
It was a living, live related donation from my father, and that was prior to that I dialyzed for about 8 years at home, 6 of those years at home, and I lost my kidney function at the age of 21. At the age of 14, I was diagnosed with lupus, which is what brought all of the kidney issues.
So this has been, and that was going to be one of the things that, as you were talking, Carl, that came to mind was that this is typically a long journey for people. This isn't.
Yes.
I think my journey was a little more unique.
Okay.
I did have some other complications with my health that prevented the transplant opportunity. Before you're transplanted, they want to make sure that you're in ideal health.
So with your, with obviously your experience, that led you to getting involved in supporting the foundation and in volunteering.
Yes.
And so are you volunteering specifically with the run, or do you volunteer in a larger capacity?
I've done a lot of volunteer work the last 12 years or so, different organizations, and once my 10-year transplant anniversary came up, I had a hard time with that, just the years that I've enjoyed my transplant, and so I just felt it was time to give back to the actual organization.
Amazing.
We participated in many walks over the years, my family and friends, and this year I'm pretty excited to be on the committee working with Carl and hopefully raise some more funds for London area.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So Carl, let's talk a little bit about the walk.
Yes.
What should people know about the walk? How can they get involved?
It's a yearly event. It's our major fundraising event, right, not only in Ontario but across the country. In London, we have September the 21st is our walk at Gibbons Park, as you've said. It's really an opportunity to bring patients and caregivers and the community together. It's a fun walk. It's people hear about a walk, or you can do 5K or you can do 1K or you can do half of a K if you like.
Yeah.
So we don't put pressure on people to do what they can do whatever they want to do.
Exactly.
And so our plan is really to to spend a few hours helping people to understand a bit more about kidney disease. People who are not aware of kidney disease, like 1 in 10 Canadians suffer with kidney disease.
Wow.
And there's no cure. You know, there is a way for people to live healthy lives through dialysis, as Sarah said, but there's no cure. So part of our mission is really to help people through that process and to raise funds to help them live their best lives.
Awesome. So we're going to direct people to the website to
Yes.
get to register or to donate. What is that website?
Kidneywalk.ca.
Amazing.
And you will see, you scroll, you can see London, and you can register as an individual or you can register as a team, and you can start sort of raising funds through just your friends and your family. A lot of people do it as a family, and we are always pleased to welcome new walkers to the event.
Wonderful. Thank you both so much
Yes, thank
for
you for
coming in
having us.
today and for sharing, and we will send everybody your way.
Well, thank you very much for the opportunity to talk about the Kidney Foundation of Canada.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Take care.
We'll be right back.
This program is brought to you by Rogers Xfinity, connecting you to more of what you love. Visit Rogers.com for more details.
Your happy place. Easy 1013, the perfect music mix.
Carbon monoxide is a deadly gas you can't see, smell, or taste.
Homes with fuel-burning appliances and/or attached garages must have working CO alarms installed outside all sleeping areas.
Don't let the silent killer get you. Install working CO alarms today.
After a night out with your friends, there's always options for getting home safely. You could call your BFF, your mom or dad, whoever you can count on for a safe ride home. You could call your favorite cab company or 1-888 taxi guy. Or you could use the Arrival Live smartphone app to help you choose your ride. Be it a friend, transit, or taxi, getting home safely is app easy. Now available for iOS and Android devices. Visit arrivallive.org to find out more. Arrival Live, drive sober.
Tech Alliance is hosting Techstars, a 54-hour weekend experience running September 19th to 21st. It's where developers, creatives, and innovators team up to build and potentially launch their business ideas. Here to tell us about it is Jennifer Matthews, Vice President of Tech Alliance. Welcome to the show, Jennifer.
Thanks, Melissa.
Super excited to talk about this.
It is a really exciting opportunity for the tech scene in London.
Amazing. So tell us, what is Techstars?
So Techstars, like you said, is a 54-hour immersive experience. So we are looking for people with an idea, an emerging entrepreneur, somebody who likes to build, a developer, a creator, somebody who wants to be part of a team to bring an idea to life over a 54-hour weekend.
Neat. So I don't have to have the idea already established. It's just like it's brewing in my head.
We would love people to come with ideas that maybe they've said, well, what if, but I don't know where to go with it. Bring that along.
Okay.
Or maybe you don't have an idea, but you know you want to be part of something that is exciting, that is building, and that is new, and see how it goes from that idea through the build, through the validation, through the presentation stage, and then through to a pitch at the end to judges.
Wow. So ultimately, for somebody who isn't familiar with this type of event, I can come in with the idea, and through the course of these 54 hours, it's
Yes.
kind of like like heads down, let's get this done.
It is absolutely heads down. So what we're going to do is that first evening on the 19th, the Friday, we're going to welcome everybody in. We're going to look at the ideas and help set up those multidisciplinary teams, because you need somebody from all different aspects to bring an idea to life. Then throughout the weekend, the participants are going to work with industry experts in the forms of mentors, in the forms of some of the growth advisors from Tech Alliance themselves, and build that idea and then bring it to an actual pitch in front of judges on the Sunday evening.
Super cool. That was going to be my next question. So they'll form teams, so I don't necessarily have to have all of the skills to
No,
participate.
you just need to bring your enthusiasm, you need to bring your passion for building something, and then we will help put those teams into place, and then you will go from there and work with your team throughout the weekend.
Super cool. So I know that this has happened in other cities before.
Yes.
But this is the very first time in London.
It is a global initiative, and this is the first time London, Ontario has been proud to host such a dynamic event over the weekend.
Super cool. And what an amazing opportunity for Tech Alliance, like just with everything that Tech Alliance has been bringing to the city.
So it's a great way for us to continue our support and amplification of the tech scene in London. We get to, I'm not sure if everybody is aware, but this region has been consistently for 3 years ranked number 4 in Emerging Tech Talent's top 10 in North America. So by laying this base, creating new ideas, supporting the tech system in our region, it helps to grow that ecosystem even further, and it just shows an investment inside our region.
And it's such an interesting time to be doing something like this. Like, we hear all of these things going on with AI and everything else. Like, if there's a time to be somebody who wants to innovate in the tech world, I feel like now is the time to do it.
It's a great time to just bring through that idea that maybe you've sat on, and then maybe you can just bounce off somebody else who takes it to the next level that you never thought possible. So putting minds together, looking at what's possible, looking at the future, and building it here in London and in Canada. I think that's really important to mention as well. You know, what are we building here and what can stay here, and how do we support that? And Techstars from Tech Alliance, which is hosted at Infotech.
I was just going to say, it's also at one of the coolest tech spaces in the city, too.
With one of the most expanding tech companies within our city. So putting all those things together, what does this do for the future in technology, and how do we get to play a part in creating futures for people, for companies, for ideas going forward?
Yeah, and if people haven't seen the Infotech space,
what an opportunity to see an incredible space, get to spend the weekend there, meet new people, create ideas, and just have fun, bring passion, bring excitement, bring enthusiasm. That's what we're looking for.
Awesome. So how can people get involved? What do they need to do?
So we're looking for participants. There's a few spaces left.
Okay.
So the application form is on our website, techalliance.ca. You can follow through to Techstars and apply to be a participant. We also have a few spaces left for mentors.
Awesome.
So if you were a founder, if you are a seasoned entrepreneur, if you have a passion for helping other people build and create and expertise in a space like that, we welcome your application to be a mentor for the weekend. And it's a shift on the Saturday, either morning or afternoon, and then the mentors are welcome to come back, see how their teams do in the pitch competition on the Sunday.
Awesome. And we do need to wrap, but I guess just a quick question on that. If, say, because we have a lot of awesome tech companies in the city, so say I'm a really experienced engineer or like a really experienced dev, are you looking for mentors in that space as well?
We would look to see a mentor application from them as well, and then we'll assess the needs for the whole weekend. But please, anybody that has that subject matter expert in anything to do with building tech idea creation, we would love to have their application.
Awesome. Well, we will send everybody the website. I'm super excited for you and for the team. Thank you so much for coming in and sharing about it.
Thank you so much.
We'll be right back.
This program is brought to you by Rogers Xfinity, connecting you to more of what you love. Visit Rogers.com for more details.
Every year, dozens of Canadians are killed or seriously injured because they take risks around railway tracks. Talk to your loved ones about rail safety. Visit stoptracktragedies.ca.
Join the high-energy, body-weight-based workouts of the Thunder Twins. Gerald and Harold will get all shapes and sizes up and moving. Catch the thunder Mondays at noon.
Hi everyone, my name's Emily Febri. I'm also known as Ranger M. I'm an environmental communicator and educator, and I get to talk to a lot of different people about all things nature and conservation. I love to knowledge share, and that's what I want to do with you. So come on, let's go learn with Ranger M.
After a night out with your friends, there's always options for getting home safely. You could call your BFF, your mom or dad, whoever you can count on for a safe ride home. You could call your favorite cab company or 1-888 taxi guy. Or you could use the Arrival Live smartphone app to help you choose your ride. Be it a friend, transit, or taxi, getting home safely is app easy. Now available for iOS and Android devices. Visit arrivallive.org to find out more. Arrival Live, drive sober.
Next up, we're celebrating a major milestone for BGC London. The organization is launching its Future is Now campaign. This campaign is not just a celebration of the past, but a call to action for the future, ensuring the next generation benefits from these life-changing programs. Here to tell us about it is Susanna Martinez, the Manager of Fund Development and Communications at BGC London. Welcome to the show, Susanna.
Hi, Melissa. Thank you so much for having me here.
Yeah, we're so excited to hear all about this. So for those of us who might not be aware of what BGC does and all of the ways you serve, maybe we start with that.
Sure. And it's interesting because a lot of people know that the club is there, Horton Street, 184, we've been there for a long time, and that we serve children and youth. Mm-hmm. So all of that is true, but really we do so much, so much. So we also have programs for older adults, 50 plus, which is something very unique to our club. Okay. So no other club in Canada, BGC club in Canada has this, so it's great because we serve all of the ages. Yes. And really what we want to do is, yes, recreation, but we want to give those children, youth, and adults the tools that they need to be successful. And that is build them with social skills, life skills, and of course we also have an education program, so we do want to support them in their education. We actually just graduated back in June 19 students from our education program, and they graduated with a scholarship from BGC London.
That's amazing.
So, yes. Yeah.
I have personal experience with the program for older adults because my mother-in-law, after we lost my father-in-law, we were looking for things to do to keep her active and to keep her involved, and we took full advantage of the programming, and she loved it there. She made a new community and new friends, and it was amazing for her. So you do incredible work. So 70 years of incredible work.
Yes.
So let's talk a little bit about this big campaign.
Yes, so we're starting early. Yes. Our anniversary is next year. Okay. But we did want to start with an awareness piece because we want to, just kind of warm up for it. Right now, if you go to our social media or our website, you will see we're just talking about data. So, for example, 19 students with a scholarship, but we've also done. We also had nearly 160 students who completed their co-op education. Wow. They got 1 or 2 credits at the Digital Creative Arts Center, and they get hands-on experience. They come to the program and they work on real-life projects, and they take that back to the school and their diploma. But we also serve about 100 meals every day. So when children and youth come to the club, first thing, supper club, they get their hot and nutritious meal, and then they go and do their activities. 100 children every day. Wow. For supper club. And the list goes on and on and on.
And these are the things that people need to understand because this is all this is all through donation, this is all through fundraising.
Exactly.
Do people pay anything to participate? Like, do the kids have to pay anything to participate in your programs or services, or are most of them free for them?
So we do have a membership.
Okay.
Anybody who comes in the club must have a membership, whether a visitor or like a regular, but they are subsidized by us.
Okay.
Well, thanks to the donations and the support from community partners, individuals who donate to our programs. So, so the person who will pay the most will pay about $200 a year.
Okay.
To have access to the programs.
To everything.
Yeah.
So we do need to wrap up. I want to, one, mention if you're comfortable saying what the goal is, and then two, how people can help to start to donate already.
Yes. So we do have an ambitious goal. We want to raise $3 million.
Which is incredible.
Yes, which will be not in first stage 18 months, but it will be in a total of 3 years. And yes, we obviously, this is a call to action. We would love the community to support by donating. But that's not the only way. We all know that volunteering is another great option to get involved and give back to the community.
Awesome. We will send everyone to the website to do all of those things.
Yes.
Thank you so much for coming in and sharing all of this with us.
Thank you so much.
We'll be right back.
You know the story. When the RCAF said Mach 2 fighter, 2-place 1,000-mile range, the British said it was impossible. The Yanks tried twice and failed. They said, you're dreaming. We said, fine, we'll build it right here in Toronto. And now you guys, my guys, are saying that it can't be done, that they were right?
Now that's the rocket that we used to get the model up to speed, and then the onboard sensors tell us that...
Come on, baby.
Damn it! But we did it according to your specs. The specs have changed.
We did it.
Arrow 201. You're cleared for takeoff.
We did it!
Although the government cancelled the project and destroyed the prototypes, the Avro Arrow remains for Canada a world benchmark in aerospace achievement.
October 5th, 2014, my daughter was hit by a train. She was walking along the sides of the tracks, and it shattered her world.
Our final guest today is here to talk to us about something that over 70% of people are afraid of: public speaking. Chris McAuley, founder of Speak Like Your Wealth Depends on It, will share just some of the ways that public speaking can impact you, from job interviews to stages. Welcome to the show, Chris.
Thank you, Melissa. Glad
so
to be
excited to have you here.
Yeah, glad to be here.
We've chatted before, so
yes,
this can be fun.
Yeah, exactly.
Awesome. So how did you get into this? Because not everybody I don't think at 5 you said, I want to be a speaking coach when I grow up.
Exactly. But what I did say when I was 5 years old actually was that I wanted to act. Acting has always been a passion of mine.
Okay.
But interestingly enough, as I moved through my life and got older, I didn't want to live the actor's life, the artist life. I wanted to act and perform on stage, but I also wanted a job.
Okay.
And so I ended up going that route, developing, and I was in business, and I worked in business for about 35 years. But every chance I could get while I was in business, I would jump on stage.
Nice.
And so what I started to do is I started to learn. There's a lot you learn on stage about how to project, about how to move, how to connect with an audience, how to tell stories. And I thought, when I decided to leave the corporate world, I thought, what kind of business can I put together? And about 5 years ago, I decided I could be a public speaking coach. I can help people understand some of that stagecraft, some of those things that you can do that can really engage an audience. Because
Awesome.
a lot of us, we talk from here, so it's very logical. We have our slides and data, but what an audience really wants, they want to hear what's going on here. They want to hear you and I can say your authentic self and who you are and how you think about things.
I love that. That's super
That's
cool.
what I put together.
So I know we're going to talk about the coaching side of things as well, but you also have your own speaking engagements that you're doing, and there's a number of them that are coming up in the community. And
Correct.
so maybe we can talk a little bit about some of those.
Yeah, sure. So on the October the 3rd, I will be speaking at an event here in London on Wonderland Road. It's being hosted by Hutton House and it has to do with not-for-profit leaders, and it's a focus on not-for-profit leadership and best practices. And actually, let me step back one. On the 23rd of September, I'm in Windsor doing as part of a speaker series with a company called Meta Excellence, who holds together about 3 or 4 of these speaking engagements a year, and they bring in numerous speakers. This will be my second time speaking at that event.
Awesome.
And then I'm also speaking on November 6th at Growth Day London, which is an event put on together by Jerry Hall and Reed Lucier, who put together this event where there's going to be a bunch of speakers. It's a full day event, and I am one of the speakers at that event.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Do you have specific topics that you tend to speak on? Like, are you speaking on speaking?
Yes, in most cases I am. Now, the one in Windsor, I'm speaking a little more on business, about business connection, because, of course, one of the things that I think is so important about public speaking and speaking is that it really is about connection.
Yeah.
And I think we really need that. And in today's world, I think even more so, that's really important. I think we crave it. So I'm either talking about speaking or I'm talking about how to make a real authentic, honest connection. If you're a leader with your team, or even if you're in a meeting, how do you really honestly connect and emotionally with either investors or customers or whatever the case may be?
Oh, I love that. That's
Yeah.
awesome. So with the program that you run, and when you teach or coach people on speaking, tell us a little bit about that, because I think we said 70% of people are terrified of this. How do you help in that way?
Well, one of the things I do is that I always start off with really just trying to get to know who you are. And I do an exercise called Passion DNA, which really helps me understand, again, what's going on in here.
Yeah.
Not so much here, but really what's going on in here, your strong interests, your strong passions. And then I get a bit of an understanding as to kind of the speaker that I think you might fit into, what your style is going to be. Once we lay that foundation, then we talk a lot about content, and I work a lot on storytelling, because I think stories, I really think that if you're going to do a presentation or a speech, there has to be a story. I think it's really important. It's what emotionally connects an audience to you. It's what they're going to remember. So I work a lot on content and developing content, how to map out your presentation, really just to give you the confidence that you feel comfortable that it's organized and it's making sense to the audience.
Okay.
And then, of course, one of the key sections is that I work with people on is delivery.
Great.
Stagecraft, call it what you want. So how you move, how you speak, your pace, your tone. Maybe we're to insert a pause. Some of us, even though we don't know it, a lot of us have got those, what I call shadow moves, those things we do, we don't know that we do when we're really nervous.
Yeah.
And for some of us, it's very subtle, but for some of us, it can be a little distracting, which can take the audience away. So it's picking up on that as well.
So you'd tell me when I pull my hair back and stuff, Chris?
Yeah. Or mine was always swaying. I always would sway, and I never knew I was doing it until somebody told me.
Yeah.
So obviously, part of what I do is I do film you. You will do a video. You will speak. I will give you a presentation. We'll develop one for you to do, and you will speak into it, and I will watch you just to catch some of those things that you may do. And then finally, of course, one of the key things I work on is that how to relax, because we all know what it's like 30 seconds or a minute before they call your name.
Definitely.
And you've got to go up, or you're sitting in a room and it's your turn to speak. How do I feel my best? Like, how do I feel confident enough? How do I speak and not feel so overwhelmed?
Perfect. So how do people find you?
Best way, you can find me on LinkedIn. I've got a profile there, so just look up Chris McAuley, public speaking coach. I'll fall under that. Or they can reach me on my website, www.chrismcauley.co.
Amazing. Well, we will make sure to send people your way. Thank you so much for coming in today.
Thank you for having me. Thanks.
And that is a wrap on today's episode of What's Up London. A big thank you to all of our guests for the passion and energy that they bring to our community. Please ensure you follow them on social media, like, comment, and share their posts, and join in any of their events where you can. Until next time, stay safe, be kind, and we'll see you soon. Bye, everyone.
Connect with us by visiting our website or email us at comments@rogerstv.com.
Hi, I'm Kathleen from Hiking with Kathleen. Please join me this season where I bring you on my great adventures of hiking, paddling, and camping. And I bring you up close to wildlife as I see them on my hikes.
the regulars, the guys who keep this place in business. Last week, they had something to celebrate. Jason had just finished university, so they toasted his